morning, everybody. I hope everyone is doing well. This morning I have slightly a different video for you, I guess. There will be a coloring book in it that I wanted to show you. Most of you are probably familiar with these two coloring books by Tomislav Tomic. This is Fairy's Dream and Dreamland, or Land of Dreams, I think is the actual translation. Anyway, he has other works. Tomislav Tomic is a prolific illustrator, and I have some of his other works, so I thought I would share them with you. I have done a video of a flip through of these two, so if you like that or want to see it, or if you've never seen these books, go check that out. So let me put those aside for the moment. Okay, I'm not even sure what to start with. We can start with this, I guess. Let me just go out a little bit. We're a little too close. That's better. Okay. I think a lot of you are probably familiar with this show, Game of Thrones. But did you know that they produced a coloring book and that it is illustrated by Tomislav Tomic? He captures the characters very well. Let's see. So they don't give him a lot of props. You really have to kind of look around to see who illustrated it. But if you look all the way in the back, you can see it says Illustrations, Tomislav Tomic. It's not in his, I guess what you would call his unique style, his traditional style, because he's illustrating for the show, for a world that's already been created. But I thought it might be fun to do a little flip through of the book. His artwork is, as always, amazing, and he stepped into this world of Game of Thrones and House of the Dragon, and did a coloring book for him. So some of you Game of Thrones nerds might appreciate this book. Oh, can you hear the birds? His art style, he's so good. He's so good. He captures the characters, the actors portraying these characters so well. And you can still see him in the art style. He has a very, I don't know what you would, sort of an old world fantasy geared style. So even though he's drawing specific characters and possibly scenes that we've all seen on, I don't even know if you call it film anymore because it was a TV show, but you can still see him in the artwork. So I thought we could just do a quick flip through of this. It's nice paper. It is double-sided, so keep that in mind, but it's a decent weight. It's a big book. That's the size of my hand. And I don't know if I will save it or actually color in it. I feel like this is the kind of thing that's not going to be, it's not going to be printed for a long time. I feel like this will probably go out of print maybe sooner than other coloring books would. I could be completely wrong about that, but I feel like when they produce coloring books based on shows, etc., that they don't produce them, they don't publish them for long. Wow. So I might not color it. I might save it or get a second one now in case I felt like I wanted to actually do some coloring in this. I do have some. He's illustrated for other authors beyond just doing this for the show. He has illustrated some children's books. There's a series called the Polar Bear Explorers Club, I believe. He's the illustrator on that. Wow, look at that. These are pretty cool, huh? And I have some of the books. I managed to find some of the other books that he is the illustrator for. So I thought it might be kind of cool to look at some of his other artwork that he has drawn and colored. If you have his other two coloring books, and even if you get this one, you could maybe use the color palettes from his illustrated and colored works as inspiration. There you go, Fire and Blood. So there was that, just a quick flip through. That's the Game of Thrones House of the Dragon official coloring book, illustrated by Tomislav Tomic. I think they should have put that on the cover somewhere, but okay. I won't go there. So that's it for the coloring books. I know it's a coloring channel, but really I feel like my channel's an art channel, not just a coloring channel. So what else did I find? He illustrated this book called Trick of the Tail. It's a collection of stories about tricksters. And this one, they nicely said, illustrated by Tomislav Tomic. This is a used book. I think it came from a library. I'm looking at that. I know it came from a library. Neptune Public Library. Discarded. That made me so sad when I opened it and saw it. I was like, what do you mean? So I guess they just didn't want to keep it in the library anymore. But I feel like it's just a treasure trove. They have, I haven't figured out how I want to do this. So for the library, right? Can I show you? I don't know. Yeah, see, there's a little bit of some rust and damage, but they taped the dust jacket to the book because it's all his artwork on the cover, but you can't see it obviously because it's all, so I gotta figure out if I want to just try and untape it or just leave it alone. Trick of the Tail. When was this? Okay, so 2008. Yeah, it was written in 2008 by John and Caitlin Matthews, and it was illustrated by Tomislav Tomic also in 2008. So it is a bit of an older book. I don't know if you'll be able to find it. Like I said, this was in a library, and they were getting rid of their books, so I love the creamy paper in that, but it's all his very whimsical illustration. He draws sort of in a woodblock print style, and this is very much, I think they must have just gave him creative license to to draw the stories his own way. So you can see this is very Tomislav Tomic like, and it's just all short stories. I think it's a lovely book. You can so I feel like this is a very Tomislav Tomic. I'm gonna try and hold this up a little bit. See how there's a little snail in there, and then a little butterfly, and look, there's a little lizard peeking out behind the leaf, and a little froggy making a face. I feel like this is very sort of Tomislav Tomic style. Oh, Briar Rabbit. So it might be fun to have a quick flip through of these. And look at some of his illustrations. I don't know what to say. I guess I have to get better at talking. I'm not a super talkative person by nature, so just being able to babble out loud when I'm looking at something and experiencing something for the first time myself. Frog and Crow, Tricks and Truths. Even in Crayfish. Some of these I've never heard of. Revenge is Sweet. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to keep this book just as an art piece, really, of his illustrations. But you can definitely see him in this stuff. Hold on a second. I think I'm still there. It has a little blurb in the back here about the authors and the artist, and it says, Tomislav Tomic is a renowned artisan beaver, totally dedicated to creating beautiful illustrations during the day. Tomislav can usually be found in his studio in Zagreb, Croatia, working away, drawing the magical stories of wizards and tricksters. In the evening, Tomislav returns to his burrow. He and his lovely wife have 2 tiny twin beavers to look after, so they are always very, very busy. So, that was Trick of the Tail, illustrated by Tomislav Tomic. It was written by John and Caitlin Matthews. there's that. We'll put that aside, and then we're gonna go to something a little different. This is a jigsaw puzzle. He's illustrated for a jigsaw puzzle company, and it's a beautiful, just the cover image, it's like, let's see if I can show you. It's green foiled. You know, the little drawings of him. It's done by Magic Cat. If you flip it over, it's featuring the artwork from Dragon Arc. Here's the full image. That is the puzzle right here. Yeah, and I like doing jigsaw puzzles. Let's see. It did just come. If you really like his artwork, it came with a full-size poster that you could probably hang up on your wall if you wanted to. And here's the puzzle in here in the bag. So I haven't done it yet, but I thought that was so cool for any of you Tomislav Tomic fans out there. You could go get a puzzle and you know, put it together and have one of his artistic creations. It's kind of cool to see the color palette that he used as well, because he colored this as well. He didn't just do a pencil sketch for them. Yeah. So that was his jigsaw puzzle. I thought that was unique. I also found this. A little bit of damage. I'm a little bummed about that. This was used. I don't know if it's in print anymore. Let me tilt it for the lights. It's called the Fairy Tale Handbook, an interactive adventure through the magical world of fairy tales, illustrated by Tomislav Tomic. It's a beautiful book. 2013. The first US edition was 2014. And it's, if you have kids, this might be a really fun book to get. But again, it's all his illustrations. It's a beautiful book. And it's got all little, it's big. Let's see. Can I get you in there? It's got little doors you can open, and there's a little tiny storybook in here, and then you can open the castle door, and there's Rapunzel. It talks about Rapunzel. This one opens as well, but I don't think it's opened. Some of them haven't been opened yet, and I'm a little hesitant. Oh, there we go. There you go. It's just, I mean, this is so sweet. Oh my goodness. Beware of the big bad wolf and trolls. So this is definitely geared towards children. It is a children's book. I think this is oh yeah, no, look. They're all flaps. You can open it. And it talks about giants. Rich giants live in massive castles. Poor ones live in the woods. And these are all his illustrations. Look, see one of his dragons? He has a very definite style for his dragons, and you can see that in his coloring books. I just thought this was a wonderful, unique, here's another little storybook, a unique way to have more of his artwork. Like I said, if you have kids, it's geared towards kids. Look, a little spinny wheel. Oh, there we go. What do we got? We have dragons. Can you see it? Right here? It's a little spinny wheel, and you can turn it, and it talks about There's the unicorns. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at the tortoise and the fairies. Oh, this looks very much like the artwork. Oh, sorry, there's some glare. There we go. Very much like the artwork from some of his coloring books. Look at, I love tortoises. I wonder if this tortoise is in any of his coloring books. I'm sorry for the glare. It's a slightly shiny paper. So, little flip up there. I just love his artwork. See if I can tilt it for you. We have a little bit over here, and all these little bits flip up. It's a really cool book. It's very much his style of drawing castles. Oh, wow, look. It's a huge pop-up. Hold on. Oop. Wow. And they all lived happily ever after. There. Yeah, so this was used. I don't know that this is in print anymore, but if you can find it and you've got kids, it's a really cool book. Okay, and one more. It's another book. I believe it's still in print, and it's huge and sort of amazing. So remember we talked about hold on one second. Okay, so on the back, the puzzle, this is from one of the Dragon Arc books. I have Dragon Arc, so we can look through that as well. But it's a huge book. Hold on, let me go out. Okay, it's big. This is a ginormous book, and it's obviously all illustrated by Tomislav Tomic, and it's just it is a beautiful book. Again, I think it's geared towards kids, but it's gorgeous, and it's just filled with all of his artwork. There's the Dragon Protector. This is the crew. Look at that. Oh, it's so beautiful. I wish you could see it, like you're gonna see it this way. So it's gonna look smaller for you. But me, I'm like right here in it, and it's so amazing. So this is the Dragon Arc. That's the boat. It's a whole story. But gosh, he definitely has sort of a muted, I think he leans towards a slightly more muted, vintagey palette. I love it. That I just love. So if you have his coloring books and you wanted some inspiration for what colors to use, looking at books like this that artists and illustrators have done besides the coloring books is a really good place to get the inspiration from. Look at this. I wonder how long it took him to illustrate a book like this. Wow. I'm sorry, I'll try and zip through a little bit quicker. I wanted to be surprised along with you, so I haven't actually looked through it. So I'm just a little bit enthralled. I love dragons. I collect them. Yeah, I've always had just an affinity for dragons. Oh, this is so cool. These are the dragons of South America. Oh wow, okay, hold on, let me. Look at that. Wow. And you can absolutely see, I mean, this is him. Can I come in just a tiny bit? No, because then a little bit's cut off. Hold on. It's sort of amazing. I don't know if you can see. Can I come up just a little bit? There. I mean, it's so detailed. So, look at the sloth. That's so cute. I mean, his artwork is just, he's hands down one of my favorite artists and illustrators. And a book like this, you can absolutely see his style. You can tell it was drawn by him. Oh my. Oh wow. Oh my. This would be fun to go through and read it all. There's so much to take in. Oh. And there it is. Oh, look. Oh, we can get a huge, it's the puzzle. This is the image for the puzzle. Look at that. That is so him. But what a beautiful, like I would take this color palette and go to one of the coloring books, Dreamland or Fairy's Dream, and use this color palette. But what a gorgeous picture. Beautiful. We have about forest dwelling dragons. Look at that guy. Oh. What an imagination. Wow, look at that. That is awesome. Ooh. Even though they're rich colors, like it's still a softened palette, if that makes sense. I mean, it's vibrant and rich and beautiful and pops out at you, but there's still a very softened vintage quality to the colors he uses that I just love. I love. I want Tomislav Tomic to create a line of colored pencils in his choosing all the colors that he likes to use. Oh, that's beautiful. I have also seen this as a puzzle. I could only find it on Amazon Japan. And last time I looked, it wouldn't ship to the US. So I'm gonna keep looking. I may go back and look again, see if they'll ship it now. But that would be a gorgeous puzzle as well. Jigsaw puzzle. Oh, his artwork is just so amazing. Oh, wow. Oh, this is all, it's all gold foiled. Can you see that? This is the end of the book. It's beautiful. Oh, wow. So that was the Dragon Arc. I hope you enjoyed this little side quest for Tomislav Tomic and some of his other artwork. If you love his stuff and you have his coloring books, maybe you want to get some of these too. And remember, there is another coloring book. It's not specifically in his unique style of drawing, but it's still his artwork. If you wanted to get that, House of the Dragon coloring book, and the Fairy Tale Handbook, and Tales of the Trickster. So this was Tomislav Tomic Day. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate you all so much. A kiss and a peck and a hug around the neck, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.